What's good, YouTube? Cardfight King here. Aqua Life, baby. You already know. Today, guys, I want to give you guys a tournament report. I was finally able to go to my main locals. HQ Gaming was formerly known as Chibi Guards Game, but now it's HQ Gaming. I haven't been to my main locals since like the end of November, I want to say. Yeah, around my birthday. That was the last time I was able to go to my main locals and participate in a tournament. And I actually haven't been participating in a tournament in a while. I've just been really busy with life and stuff. So a bit rusty, guys. But tonight, I'm very salty, very angry, very mad at myself. I'm pissed off at my build, pissed off at my performance, and you guys know me. I hate losing. I absolutely hate it. Even if it's just one game, I absolutely hate it. But you guys know I'm always trying to improve. I learn from my losses. I figure out why did I lose. It's not because I got sacked or whatever. It's, why did I lose? So right now I'm in that phase of trying. I really got to change up my deck and everything like that. But yeah, so we're in the set 5 meta, guys. Pale Moon, my boy, one of my teammates, we finished his Pale Moon deck today when we got to locals. He did top with it, so we're going to have a deck profile of that soon, coming up soon. It's the G Harry build. Narc Homies, Gear Chronicle, OTT, and Link Joker, have now gotten their new support in the meta. And let me tell you this, Link Jokers, boy. Yeah, they've welded well in the meta. They've been topping ARGs like crazy. Chaos Breaker, even Messiah's. I thought Messiah top too. And they didn't. I know Chaos Breaker won one ARG. I can't remember which, but look, a tournament is a tournament, and this is what the scene is. This is what the meta is. And Link Jokers are definitely the meta again. And at my locals, that was very prevalent. As you guys know, my area is very control heavy, very field destruction heavy, and we had 6 Link Joker players tonight, including myself. I told you guys in the deck profile that I was going to be playing Link Jokers. So I played Chaos Breaker tonight, but it was 4 Chaos Breaker players, including myself, and 2 Messiah players. So Link Jokers were definitely on the scene. And I'm telling you guys, I got hit hard with, how the set 5 meta is and playing Chaos Breaker in this set 5 and whatnot. I got hit hard with that, but I'm gonna explain more of that in the report. All right, guys. So for the tournament report, game 1. Round 1, I played against my boy David from my Vanguard. Y'all know him. He's my home dog. He was playing Chaos Breaker as well. And pretty much, game one, I messed up. I was on Chaos Bringer, and I thought I had a Limit Break enabled on field, but I was playing the game as I wasn't. It was just a huge mental mistake on my part. But he also had Amnesty Messiah. I didn't have Amnesty. I was running big criticism, but then game 2, he beat me. He beat me again, so he did 2-0 me. He had Garnet Star for late. He had Garnet Star for late game, and he also had the Amnesty Messiah as well. So one thing I have learned is that even though I preach consistency in the deck profile and whatnot, sometimes the value of running certain cards that may seem inconsistent, their pros definitely outweigh their cons. The stride enabler is one thing I know that definitely helps. Running Garnet Star on the deck is definitely a good idea. I didn't think it was that good, but he leaves us for. I did through getting my butt kicked and finally seeing how a Chaos Breaker mirror match is in 2016 instead of my tunnel vision of 2014. I see what changes I need to make in the deck as far as the main deck and the extra deck go. Yeah. But yeah, so I got 2-0 there in the Chaos Breaker mirror match. Then round 2, I played against Royal Paladin, Jewel Knights, the Lord Evangeline build with pure Jewel Knights, and I was able to win game 1, just effective control, effective pressure, and I was able to close out in the end with a crit trigger on my opponent when my opponent gave 1 to pass. Game 2, I lost. I damage checked 2 copies of Zinc. I had to ride a copy of Zinc. My last copy of Zinc was the last card in my deck at the very bottom. I didn't see any of my 4 perfect guards. They were within the last 11 cards in my deck, and I was not able to get to them. And I didn't have Colony Maker that game either. It was just bad. Let's just say it was just bad. I just really wasn't seeing any of my units. I was seeing grade threes for days and blah blah. Ugh, it was ugly. But then he conceded because we were it was like about what 13, 15 minutes left in the round, and he was mentally fatigued for whatever reason, so he just conceded. So I did pick up the win there, but I wouldn't really count that as a win. But I did. I guess in the record books, I did get the win there. Then round three, I played against my boy Jeremy. He's the guy that knocked me out of top 8 at the Dynasty Cup with Bermuda Triangles. He was playing Messiahs, and I was actually able to beat his Messiah deck. Yes, I actually beat a counter to Chaos Breaker, believe it or not. Game one, he did have the G assist, but I was able to make some really nice comms, keep on the pressure. I hit some really clutch crits, but I was able to pressure his hand, and even though he did amnesty me, I was still able to come back and secure the game. Game 2, I got destroyed by Amnesty and Excelix, him just unlocking all of his units and them gaining power, and then she did check a sufficient amount of triggers, but it didn't really matter at that point. My field wasn't looking too good, and he was just unlocking everything. He had the White Dwarf. It was just bad all around for me. And then game three, I pretty much outlasted his Messiah, his Excelix, and his Amnesties. That's one thing as Chaos Breaker players we need to do is we need to be able to, if we do go up against Messiahs, if we can outlast their Amnesty plays, then we're definitely in a good position. But again, that's one of those learning experiences. All a part of me getting better as a Chaos Breaker player in the meta. So I was able to outlast his Amnesty plays, and then I was able to push back, get off Chaos Breaker's Limit Break skill, Soul Blast, retire, draw cards, and things like that. So I was able to build up advantage, and went on really well from there. I was able to secure game 3, and then round four, I played against boy Kevin Ajolt. He was using Chaos Breaker as well, and he actually got second place at the Maryland ARG State Championships with his Messiah build, but he was playing Chaos Breaker today, and pretty much came down to the fact that he had the Amnesties and I didn't. He had 2 Amnesties, and he was able to just amnesty when I got some locks off, and then use his Chaos Breaker skills to get off the advantage from that point on. So pretty much that matchup came to where who had the Amnesties and who didn't. I didn't have the Amnesties. I had the big crunch stuff, and as a Chaos Breaker player, whatnot, I learned some things today, because sometimes, like I said before, I was so hyped up on consistency with the Star Vader name, and I was afraid of with the soul charging of Zinc and riding and whatnot, that I failed to realize the pros of running certain cards like the Stride Enabler, possibly the G Perfect Guard. I'm still not too high on that, but possibly the G Perfect Guard, but definitely the Stride Enablers and Garnet Stars. So definitely expect some changes to my deck. I'll be bringing you guys an updated deck profile of that coming soon, maybe later in the week or next week or whatever it is. I have a lot of things to work on with that deck, in terms of strategy, in terms of deck build, because now I know, now I've got a really good taste of what the mirror match is. Obviously Chaos Breaker is a meta deck, so now I've got a taste of what the mirror match is for Chaos Breaker and against Messiahs and things like that. I got 2-0. I got 2-0 by Ajolt. Very good, very, very, very good player. And then moving on, round five, I was on the bubble. It was win and I'm in, lose and I'm out. And oddly enough, I play against the only Ezel player in the freaking world. He made a good choice in choosing a counter pick. Obviously, if there's six Link Joker players, and you have a Mithril Ezel deck and you're making a meta choice, then go ahead and do that. yeah, so he actually beat all of the Chaos Breaker players. Literally, he beat every Chaos Breaker player because. Okay, guys, I still think Ezel sucks, especially compared to Liberators in terms of what they do. You know, building up a field and stuff. Ezel really that deck doesn't really build a field, but against Chaos Breaker, you have Scissors and you have Mithril Ezel. So obviously, that deck is literally built to fight against Chaos Breaker and Glendios, and he beat all the Chaos Breaker players that were playing except for the other. There was one other girl who was playing Chaos Breaker, but he beat all the Chaos Breaker players because you had the Mithril Ezel, you know, unlocks the unit, Superior calls unit, that unit and this unit gained the power that of the unit that was original power of the unit that was called. He had the Ezel Scissors who you know, you Counter Blast 2, Soul Blast 2, gains 10,000 extra crit and unlocks all of your rear guards. But he only gets a 10,000 extra crit if you have 5, but he did have 5 rear guards. So he was, Universe literally just puts a unit on his field. So I'm trying to play around that. But pretty much both games went the same way. Both games really just went the same way, and they kind of went the same way for all of us. You know, he just built himself up a field. Whether it was slowly but surely or fast, whatever, with Mithril Ezel and whatnot. Though we got our locks off and the next turn he can just Ezel Scissors or Mithril Ezel and then return the pressure, and then we are not able to plus off of Chaos Breaker whatsoever. So that's pretty much one of those matchups where it's just, yes, you play the world's only Ezel player in round 5 on the bubble. I mean, I step up to the challenge like anybody would, but it is what it is. Yeah, like I said, both games would say. Apparently, Ezel Scissors' ability, I read the card, is not once per turn. So he did play. He ended the game same way. Counter blasted 4, soul blasted 4, because you use that lion thing that self damages, and he'll gain. Ezel Scissors gains 20k and 2 crits, and it just. I couldn't guard it. I didn't have a perfect guard in hand, and yeah, so yeah, that happened. Ezel. So yeah, that's pretty much the term report, guys. I went 2-3. I did not do well at all. My tiebreakers sucked. One of my friends, one of my teammates who was playing Witches, he went 2-3 as well, but his tiebreakers were amazing, and he was able to make it a top 8, with Witches and whatnot. But, it is what it is. I got a really good taste of the set 5 meta today, guys. I got a lot of things to work on as a Link Joker player, and, as far as my build, my strategy, what I need to do during certain matchups. I have a lot of things to test out as well. So yeah, I'm not too happy with the win, but again, I'm going to be trying to improve off of that. Now, this Saturday is the at Island Games in Centerville, Virginia. The go for the gold case tournament. It's pretty much I think top 8 gets, yeah, I believe it's top 8 or top 4, whichever it is, gets free entry into the next DMV Dynasty Cup, and I believe it's a case tournament, so everyone's playing for a picking of the case of G-Set 5, and I believe the winner of the tournament also receives the complete Blue Flame Liberated deck. So it's actually a pretty big tournament, guys. And and me, the infamous Black Steve, my brother, we're gonna be up there. I got my boy Anton come up there. I consider him part of the team too. I don't know if my other team members are coming, but yeah. So if you guys are in the Virginia area, stop by the tournament. Let's play. But yeah, that's the tournament report, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be bringing you my brother's Brawler deck profile coming up sometime later on this week. And I will be working on an updated Chaos Breaker deck profile. I'll have a discussion video for you guys. I'll upload that tomorrow. Upload that tomorrow or later on today. But I have a discussion video on something. All right, this is Cardfight King. I'm really tired, and I'm out. Peace.